everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to this cringy, creepy fucking game. I don't think I need to have anything more to say about that. The pub was spacious. A huge lacquered bar was set up opposite the doors in. The muted sound of that grunt though. The muted sound of pool balls clattered under the music, coming from either side of the bar where doors lead to a large room in the back where they must play. You could glimpse the players sometimes when a bartender moved through their own door to the rear bar, a mirror to this one, but on the other side of the wall. Small tables were set up front side of the building, a handful populated already by a few guys our own ages and some older veterans in leathers and bandanas. I got the feeling the rougher side of the bar was at the back. The music was indeed more Lexus speed, a rockier beat and more alternative clientele. Well, perhaps Amorous had the most alternate lifestyle club-goers. Club-goers. I like how that's just the only thing in this entire thing. And this entire paragraph that's just not italicized. So, what you drinking then? I'm thinking beer myself. We took a seat at the bar on well-worn but well-maintained stools and I'm sorry for grunting a lot. That's me clearing my throat, apparently. Just painfully grunting. Okay. And Lex cast a hand over the selection of liquor bottles and beer taps. I see they do cocktails, something with soda, something heavy, something light. What do you recommend? Well, I guess if you're wanting to go drink for drink, you might want to go with beer. The Thorpe is pretty good. It's an IPA, kind of dry and fruity. They've got all the usual stuff too. I'm gonna do something light. Oh, alcoholic ginger beer. Sorry, I forgot the last part of that. Ginger beer, cider, beer, wine cooler. Give me the entire fucking wine cooler. I like cider. I've never had cider though. Something heavy. Vodka. Shots of rum. Gin. Shots of tequila, schnapps, sambuca, Ozobak, Long Island iced tea, ooh, margarita, cosmopolitan, daiquiri. I know my alcohol names, guys. Bloody Mary, Jagger Bomb, Martini, Boilermaker. Something with soda. Rum and whiskey and vodka and tequila and... No! Tequila and... Wait. Gin and tonic. Lemonade, Coke, ginger ale, back. I don't care! Something light. Go with cider. Cool, let me get the first round. Next sort. I don't care. I like apples. I love apple juice, and I bet I would like apple cider. I've never had apple cider though. I mean, I've had apple cider, but non-alcoholic. You know, I'm a minor. I don't drink, and I drank once, but it was gross. I don't like it. I don't like the taste of alcohol. It's just ugh. No, actually, I've drank it twice, but not big enough. You know. Like I've had a few sips, and then I almost almost had like half a glass, but I didn't even really finish it that much either. I kind of forced myself to finish it, and even then I didn't really finish it. I just dumped the rest of it. It's so gross. It's so gross. I don't know how people can tolerate that. I don't know how people tolerate the taste of alcohol. It's so nasty. I just love it when my insides are burning from me drinking something. Wow. Lex ordered up. Don't call the police on me, guys. I don't do it. Don't report me, please. I honestly don't like drinking. I don't like. I tend to stay on the safer side. Okay, don't worry about me. It's fine. Besides, my mom let me do it. She was right there. She told me I could drink it, and I kind of felt peer pressured by her to do it. Anyways, we're not talking about that. Enough of me defending myself. I'm only making myself look even worse. Lex ordered up with me promising to get this next round. The place was a lot quieter than Amorous it was, and it was a lot easier to hold a conversation. I was hoping not to get too drunk and make an idiot of myself when. So, Jaybird, you ever played Easy Way, Hard Way? Beer. No, I don't think I've heard of that. It's a drinking game, kind of like Never Have I Ever. We take turns asking questions. If it's an easy question, then the person who answers has to drink. If it's a hard question, then the person who asks has to drink too. That doesn't sound like much of a game. Lex shrugged and flashed me a playful grin as they kicked my stool with a boot gently. Well, truth or dare without the dare part is just lame. Anyway, it gives us topics whilst we chill out. So, if I ask an awkward question, we both have to drink, otherwise only you have to? Pretty much! You're supposed to kind of mix it up, but it always ends up with some weird questions. Oh, and if you ask the same question again, you have to drink, even if the other person brought it up the first time. And I guess if we get too drunk, we won't give great answers, but maybe I'd get a funnier answer for something if I waited. Alright, I'm ready. Okay, easy random question to start with. Boxers, briefs, or something else? Thong, jockstrap. Commando! Do you mean what I like, or what? I like me a man in boxers. Right on, then you drink, or we both drink. Then you ask your question. Easy. Let's ask an easy question. What's your favorite movie? Feral animals. What's your favorite movie of all time? Ha! That's easy enough. I've always liked those musclehead movies from the 80s or 90s. You know, the ones where just shooting a pistol at a car can make it explode. They're stupid, but stupid isn't the worst thing. Yeah, easy watching big dumb military guys, two-dimensional villains. Try Hard is probably my favorite. Everyone quotes the one-liners from it, so I guess a lot of people like it. But that end scene? Brutal. Yeah, it's a fucking classic. Lex took a deep gulp of their drink and laughed. Okay, now I see him like a movie dork. I'm into other shit too. Lex snickered into the glass as they took another long drink. They were looking a little rosy-cheeked, but stuck out their tongue as they ordered another glass for both of us. Okay, What about you then? What was your worst subject in school? Let's see. Do I get to... Oh, what? Hey. I'm sorry. I have sinned. Let's ask a hard question. What's your sexy story? Are you a boy or a girl? I don't want to ask that because that's obviously not a good thing. What's your saddest moment? Wow, downer much? You're definitely drinking along with that story. Sorry, Lex. Shitty question. Nah, just philosophical, I guess. My grandpa passed away when I was pretty young. Oh yeah, I guess it has an accent. Whatever, I'm too lazy to try to fucking figure out one for it. I'm gonna call Alexa her, okay? She looks like a woman to me. So that sucks, Lex, I'm sorry. Was it sudden? A little. That's kinda actually the suckiest thing about it. I don't really know. I was like 12 when it happened. Still a kid, really. I remember going into the hospital to see him a couple of times, but it was all just sort of... I don't know. A formality? Years later, I was doing a history report for school, and my dad brought out this huge box of old stuff from when my grandpa was younger. He was a cop back in the city I grew up in, and he had these medals for all this cool shit he did. I guess that was the sad part. When he was still around, I was just some stupid kid who was more worried about the hospital smelling funny than getting to know this awesome old dude who'd had all these adventures and stuff. I remember, like, stupid shit, like sitting on his lap when I was young, but I don't remember anything about what kind of person he was. That is pretty sad. I'm sorry to hear it, Lex. That is sad. Hey, here's to your grandpa then. Gone but not forgotten. Yeah, to Grandpa Joe. Cheers, Jaber. That's such a generic name. Grandpa Joe! Grandpa Joe! Does anyone have a Grandpa Joe? I don't have a Grandpa Joe. I have a Grandpa David. Or David? Dave? David? I forgot my own grandpa's name! You can't put me on the spot like this. I know I have a Grand Betty, though. Even though I don't think her name's Betty. My life is a lie. Okay, anyways. I threw back my drink as best as I could, under Lex's playful approval. The drinks here were actually pretty good, as much as the bar seemed to be a lot more about the atmosphere and clientele. Lex took another big drink, slamming the glass down triumphant. They snickered, tail wagging mischievously. Oh no! We're about to do some furry shit. Oh god. Told you this was a fun game. Okay, down to conversation aside. I've got a more fun question. I've always wanted to travel more. What's your best vacation story? Let's see. Let's ask an easy question. I don't exactly go to the zoo a bunch or anything like that, but I guess I've always been more of a dog person, and not for the obvious being a husky raisin. Oh? Yeah, like the whole working as a pack thing, like that wolves have. It's very cool the kind of family structures they have in the wild, and they always seem pretty stoic. That kind of I didn't get to finish that! Thank you very much! Fucking hell, Lex! I was reading! I don't, think that reflects on anther wolves as much as people or anything like that. Though actually, when I was little, my favorite toy was a giraffe. Don't know why giraffes, but I remember getting the wallpaper and everything when I was younger. Stationery at school and all that dumb stuff kids do. Lex was looking a little wobbly now. Their eyes had lost a little of their playful sharpness, and when the husky took a drink, they dripped a little onto the bar. They laughed all the time, though. They laughed all the same, though it was obvious that they were a pretty buzzed. Phew, good question. Okay, now we've covered my totally lame years with giraffe print notebooks. Let me see. Oh, here's one for you. What's the best job you ever had? Let's see. I think we should ask one more question. What's your sexiest story? Well, okay, but you're drinking too on this one. Fair enough. Alright, well, let's preface this with that it happened at college, and no, I'm totally not gonna tell you their names or get into any weird details. You're getting the diluted friend-safe version. Fucking hell! Well, anyway, so there's this guy in my illustration class, and we got to be pretty good friends. We weren't ever official or anything like that, but we hooked up a lot in our second year. Like I said before, it usually takes me a long time to want to do stuff with people. But yeah, so he lived local, and I used to hang out with him a lot at his house. So, shit, this sounds fucking stupid, and it makes none of us look good either. So, I was taking a shower, and we used to do shit in there sometimes, so I'd left the door unlocked, but he had a sister, a half-sister, I think, who was like maybe a year or two older than we were. You didn't. Oh no. Yep. Really? Lex was bright red and screamed in her seat in a way that was simultaneously cute and very out of character for their tough beer-drinking persona. Yeah, though, to be honest, it was a thing that sort of come up before I was hanging out there. I knew she was into me and stuff. Like I said, we don't exactly seem not like assholes. But I didn't get to finish that! I actually ended up getting closer, like, emotionally to the sister, and we almost dated for a while, too. They weren't, like, weird about it, which maybe says more about them than about me, but yeah. I guess that shower stuff counts? Guess that answers if you're bi or whatever, too. Oh yeah, that stuff doesn't bother me too much. I know a lot of people see what they want to see in me, or whatever. I'm the same, I guess. It doesn't matter much to me. Did the three of you ever... have a threesome? I'm sure there's statuses on that in some states that would stop me from being able to clarify certain details. Lex! What the hell's wrong with you? They were half-siblings in a very athletic family. And a very athletic family? What does that even mean? Anyway, drink. Drink and forget. Another one down the hatch. Cheers, dude. Total joke. I could keep up. Irish blood, dude. Get in there, though. Okay, you asked a weird sex question, so I want to know your most public sex story. That's fair is fair. I've never had sex, so hooray. Let's see. I've never had sex, so I don't know. Can I ask an easy question? I don't want to keep asking questions. Oh, that's pretty easy. You know how some people want to get tattoos or haircuts like a band has? The only band I've ever wanted to get something like that is for this prog band called Crowheed. They're kind of like a metal band with the guitars and stuff, but the dude has this high-pitched singing voice. Totally weird because he has this big afro and beard, but yeah. They're my favorite band by far for consistency and just general sound. Wait, so you want a crowhead tattoo? Or do you mean the afro? The tattoo you do. Can you imagine? But yeah, they rock. You should totally check out their earlier stuff first. It's all based on this universe the lead singer put into a comic book. But the later stuff is alright, but it's not got the same weirdness. Sounds like what I'd expect from a rock band. They sound pretty cool though. Dude, you should totally come to a Crowhead concert with me. That'd be like the only time you'd see me fucking dancing. I could stand to dance with you some, sure. That'd be a fucking train wreck, dude. I can't dance for shit. Lex drank the last of their glass and wobbled a little on their stool, their nose ring chiming off the glass a little. They looked a little spaced out. They definitely had enough now. Gonna feel this in the morning. Oh, okay. This is a tougher one. You said you had a brother, right? What's your most awkward sibling story? Let's see. Alright, let's end the game after this. I think I'm done with the game, Lex. Dude, we hardly got to talk. Play a bit longer. Okay, I'll keep playing. I don't want you to keep drinking, dude. Well, I think I said before, but I like those old school arcade games. So I guess one of those would maybe count. Probably have some dead too. Have some dead too. The first one was good, but the second boss was like a total quarter stealer. I've played that one before, yeah. That was before they introduced the shotgun one, right? Yeah, exactly. You know, they actually brought the whole Have Some Dead series out on the Nintendo 3. The Nintendo 3! The ones aren't anywhere near as cool as the light guns from the arcade, but it's still pretty cool. Let me guess, you were one of those kids who really got into the guns? Maybe. That shitty thing about the home version is that you can't dual wield because you need the fun chucks! Fun chucks! You know, be player 1 and 2 at the same time and use both guns. I always used to love doing that. It made me feel like an action hero. You know, there's other pretty cool games out on console these days. Brazen Blur is another cool series that is sort of like an old arcade fighting game, but on console. It's a 2D fighter but with rock music as a background. We should totally play sometime. I get the feeling you might kick my ass. I'd go easy on you to start with, then your ass totally be mine after you. I didn't get to finish that, Lex! Ha! Probably not after this many drinks, though. Gonna feel this in the morning. Hey, that's 2 easy ones in a row. You're just trying not to get wasted yourself. Okay, how's this for an easy one? What's your favorite brand of chips? That glass was definitely a tipping point. I could feel the tingly warmth flushing my cheeks a little as we shared our stories. I didn't get to finish that. Let's see. Ask a hard question. Why are you so awesome? I mean, I'm not usually the type to let someone sweep me along and rush off to a strange bar with someone I just met, but I feel pretty at home around you, Lex. I don't know, Jaybird. You're pretty cool yourself, though, for the record. Lex shrugged and smiled, tipping their drink my way in a friendly salute. I wouldn't think too hard into it, dude. I know I was in a shitty mood stuck outside of that club when we first started talking, but I usually get on okay with people when I get around to actually talking with them. Though I know my swearing like a sailor and the piercing and shit kind of put some people off. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I make friends easy enough. I guess being into video games and a lot of music and shit is kind of easy to get along with, though. I can see what you mean about it being kind of easy to chat with you and all. But maybe you're just a little drunk, dude. I know I can be kind of abrasive and stuff, too. I ain't blind to that, even if you didn't run away when I was giving you shit about Amorous. I guess so, but at the same time, it didn't seem like you were judging me as a person as much as you didn't like the club scene. And I can see why a club that forward would put you off. You didn't even see the pool of stairs or the dancing poles. Ugh, jeez. Okay, we're both taking a drink for that mental image. I figured you'd probably be done by now, dude. No chance, dude. Gonna feel this in the morning. Okay, return question. Are you into me? Maybe? Well, if we're being honest here. Like I said, you're awesome, Lex. I'm attracted to you. I think there's something there, yes. I'm glad the feeling is mutual then. I don't want to rush shit and make a fucking mess of our friendship in the process, but yeah, like you said, there's something there. Drunk or no, not something we're worried about tonight. We aren't back at Amorous after all. I hope you don't keep going back to the club thing, Lex. I'd like to move past it now that we're actually hanging out and stuff. Shit, I'm sorry, Jaybird. Nah, I'm not holding it against you or anything. I guess I was kind of paranoid meeting up with someone from there. I'm not trying to insult you or something, even if I'm really fucking glad I took it. Thanks, Lex. What's your most fun memory? I guess I've got 2 answers, so you'd better be ready to drink up for Lex's story time. I stand by it even more then. Okay, well, my most favorite memory is from when I was little. My family, that's me, my mom and dad, my 2 younger sisters, we drove down the coast on like a whole week road trip. Stopping along the way at a bunch of cool historical shit like the Capitol and a bunch of national monuments. We had this big checkbook that my mom made of stuff to see. Anyway, we finally ended up driving all the way down to the space center. It was the first time I'd really even thought about how huge the galaxy was. I made my dad take me through their solar system tour like 4 times just to get to look up at the huge ceiling where they projected the galaxies and stuff to show off the universe. Kinda stupid, I guess, but it was kinda eye-opening when I was little. We went to Disneyland. The next day! I want to go to Disneyland. For my sisters mostly. And I just remember being more excited about looking up the night sky from the hotel than, like, meeting Mike the Mouse and all that stuff. Miska, Muska, Mickey Mouse, haha! Oh boy, haha! That's kind of deep, Lex. I'm a little surprised. What, the punk who swears a ton can't be deep? Nah, I fucking love that shit, you know? Knowing that there's a 1/trillionth of a chance that the planet wasn't just sucked into the sun or flew apart into some asteroids or something. Let alone the chance of us being here. That's pretty cool to think about. Yeah, well said. Oh, so you said you had another answer? Yeah, well, I guess that's my favorite memory. Watching those movies at the space station. My most fun memory? That's maybe a tie. Oh? Yeah, well, okay. It makes me sound like a dumbass, but I didn't have a ton of friends when I was younger between the whole appearance thing and just being sort of one of those kids who shut themselves in during the summer. After college, I started getting in good with my local friends. A couple of them were on my course and dragged my ass here after class and got me out of my shell and all that shit. Anyway, a couple of years ago was the first time all of us got together and went on a trip together. It wasn't anything special or anything, about 10 of us in a couple of leaky tents trying to light a campfire for 8 hours. But we hung out all together for a whole weekend getting wasted and just chilling out together, swapping war stories and laughs and all that stuff. It was pretty eye-opening. Some of them I knew pretty well, but I hadn't heard them talk about themselves or gotten to hang out with them without, like, them having their guard up or something. Just made me feel at home, you know? Hanging out with a bunch of people you know so well that you get sucked into their stories and shit. Some of them are great friends now, even more than before the trip, and we still try to go camping a few times during the summer. It's kind of stupid, sappy shit, but when I'm hanging out with people who, like, totally get me, I mean, like, can finish a sentence for you, feels like being around family. That's really sweet of you, Lex. Cheers. Psh, I guess, dude. Phew, down the hatch. I can feel myself sinking into that dizzy, off-balance feeling when I move my head. I'm probably pretty close to done for now. Gonna feel this in the morning! Okay, so you're secretly sappy? Don't worry, I won't ruin your reputation. So, your turn for a question? Yeah, dude, I don't think there's a ton of people who will believe you. Okay, my question. What's the worst you've ever ended up getting hurt? Let's see. My dick. I don't have a dick, but if I did, that would be it. This is the last question I have to ask. Dude, okay, I told you that was such a lame topic to me, so we're both drinking just 'cause of having to have it. I've gotta ask, what gender do you think I am? Female? You look like a female to me. And if I was, do I need to whip out my pussy-having card to get a drink with a friend? Well, let me put it this way. Whether I stand up or sit down to pee doesn't really affect hanging out with a friend. Since we're asking personal questions, you've asked that before, so I've gotta ask, are you into guys or girls? I like anyone really. Well, then, not knowing about me shouldn't freak you out. I like you, Jaybird, but I don't like you enough yet for that. I feel a little weird with you getting wasted to find out. You know you ain't getting any further with me tonight, right? I'm sorry, Lex. You're right. I shouldn't be worrying about that stuff. I think you're pretty awesome, Jaybird, but I did say that it took me a while with that college friend of mine. You're overthinking this shit. I wouldn't just jot that on you when I was ready. That'd be totally uncool. Okay, drink time. Then it's my question. Okay, that definitely hit the spot. If I don't want to be sick in the morning, I should probably stop. Gonna feel this in the morning! Okay, what about your favorite book or book series? Let's see. Now can we finish the game? I think I'm done with the game, Lex. Yeah, okay, game over it is. Ha! You got me pretty good there, Jaybird. I kind of figured you'd a lightweight. Lex laughed and swayed in their seat a little, flicking their hair out of their eyes. Their two-toned cheeks were fleshed under their fur in a way that I couldn't help but find a little cute, in a certain way. Lex gave me a puzzled look. Dude, what? No, it's nothing. You just seem pretty drunk. Yeah. I think if we kept this up any longer, I'd probably end up regretting it, dude. Yeah, trust me, I'm in the same boat. Well, it was a good couple of hours. Swapping this shit. Maybe we should call it a night. How about we go to my place? Well, we're not doing it, but Lex seemed to pause a moment before offering their hand out. As I went to shake, they gave me a high five, then a fist pound and a cool fluid motion. I guess I should have figured the slap and dap was more Lex's style than a stuffy handshake or a hug. Tonight was fucking awesome, dude. Give me a call when you're free next, right? Sure thing, Lex. I'll let you know. I got home a little later, stumbling into my room exhausted and a little drunk from the night. I crashed out easily. I got the feeling my time with Lex might have gone better if I stuck around longer, but no point in rushing it. Oh wow! Morning already. We got an achievement. Morning already. And that, my dear friends, is where I'm gonna end this episode of Amorous. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode, I would like to see more of this cringy furry game. I swear to God, I'm not a furry, and please ignore the bulge in the background. Please, for the love of God, ignore the bulge in the background. With that being said, if you guys enjoyed this and you would like to see more of this game, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!